Welcome to the 2-week wait. So in today's class, we're really going to set the intention that we're going to lean into trust, because right now, everything that you can do to prepare, to try, is done. Now you need to lean into trusting that everything will unfold exactly as it's meant to be. It will happen as it's meant to happen, and you need to let go of that control, which is so hard when it's something you want so much. I give you that. I know that feeling. I have been there. But there is so much peace to be found when you can step back, when you can trust that all that is coming to you will come to you as it's meant to. So we are actually going to start today's practice with some journaling. And the reason I want to do that is because for me, this practice during the 2-week wait was at the forefront rather than an afterthought at the end of the practice. I really want to encourage you to treat this practice in the same way. So I want you to pause this video and I want you to get out your journal. And for the next 10 minutes, all I need you to do is to write whatever's on your heart. To write out all those doubts, all those thoughts, all those what if I should have done this, what if I should have done that, blah, blah, blah. All of the nonsense in your head. You can start with, I hate journaling, or this is not going to work, or I don't know why I have to do this, if you want. But I want you to commit to giving it a go. For 10 minutes, write, try not to stop, let it all flow. If you get stuck at any point, I find asking myself questions can be helpful, like, why has this not happened for me so far? And then I answer it, or my intuition answers it. I don't think too much about it, it just flows. I don't want you to read it. At the end of the practice, after journaling, I want you to close your journal. And I want you to put it to the side as we move into the body a little bit. And I want you to know that you don't have to ruminate on all of those thoughts anymore, because they're already done. Trust, you've put them out there into the universe. At the end of your journaling practice, you might like to write some intentions. You might like to write, my body is healthy and ready to conceive. You might like to write, I am going to conceive my baby. You can get as specific as you like. It's entirely up to you. I know some of my women like to be really specific, and some like to err on the side of just putting it out there without time restraints. We're not writing a SMART goal, we're writing an intention. So once you have done that, put the journal aside. We're going to get into the body, and we're going to trust that all that is meant to be will be. And we're going to lean into this feeling of being in our body right now, being safe, capturing that feeling of contentment in our body right now, whatever the result ends up being at the end of these 2 weeks. So let's get into today's practice. So we're just going to start in an easy seat. So make sure that you're comfortable. You could sit up on a bolster if that feels better for you. It's going to take some nice, easy pelvic circles. We keep things nice and gentle during the 2-week wait. In many ways, our practice mimics what a pregnancy practice would look like. Except during a pregnancy practice, we would be connecting with baby, and many women during the 2-week wait aren't quite ready for that. I completely understand that. That's perfectly okay. You need to be where you're at and meet yourself where you're at. And right now, what I want you to do is just focus on your body, connecting in with your womb space as a place of creation, but not just a place of creation for your baby. It's also the place which all creativity comes from. Your creative self, all the things that you create in your life, your connections, your relationships, will come from this creative center. So we honor her today in this practice. We thank her for the life that she has already created for us and will continue to create. And we give her a little bit of love in the form of movement and breath. We honor the rest of our body as well. Roll the shoulders back and down. There's so much stress to be held in the shoulders when we're on a fertility journey, and then it just up the neck into the head. We don't want that. So see if you can release out the shoulders. I start to take a bit of a circle through one shoulder and then the other. Turn it into a little bit of a twist if you like, looking over the back shoulder. And then reach one hand down to the side, coming up and over. Not coming too far just yet, feeling the stretch and then really gently moving into it. Maybe this is where you stay. Maybe you can extend a little bit more. Listening to your body. Coming to the opposite side, hand down. Again, easing into it. Stretching out if it feels good. Coming back up. I don't know why I'm whispering, but I feel like that's the energy we need to be in right now. Rounding through the back, looking towards the tummy. Inhale, opening the heart. Imagine you're opening your heart to all experiences. And that's the thing with trying to conceive, exhale and round, is that we can't just open up for the good. We have to open up for the potential bad as well. Because at some point when you're trying to conceive, you might have your heart broken and you can't guarantee that it's going to go well. So you have to be prepared to open up to what this great love means if you're going to put yourself out there to conceive. You might be disheartened. You might have a loss. And I think being able to connect in and knowing and trusting that you are strong enough for whatever the journey holds and that the love of a baby is worth the heartbreak. That is truly opening the heart. Leave the left hand on the heart, bring the right to the belly. As we work to build a connection between womb space and heart, so breathe into the womb, the low belly, continue the breath into the heart, into the chest. Exhale from the chest, exhale from the belly. Continue breathing like this. Just imagining that line of connection. You could be visualizing energy or light moving between the two spaces. There's really no right or wrong. You could be feeling some emotions in these spaces. That's okay too. Just let them flow through you as you breathe. And visualize these two spaces in your body. Gently release the hands. Let's take one leg out wide as we move into a stretch here. So reach down the leg and then inhale up and over. So still stretching into that side body. Hopefully it's a little bit more stretched out than it was earlier. So you might be able to go a little bit deeper. Keep rotating the body open so the chest is open, the heart is open. And then coming all the way up, we're going to rest that hand down and lift up and over. Then return the hand down to the thigh and add a little twist, looking over that back shoulder. And gently release back to center. And change the leg, so coming to stretch out the other leg now. Reach down the leg, lifting up and over. And then coming up, letting that hand down, reaching the other arm up and over. And bring the hand down to the thigh, finding that twist. Gently releasing. I'm going to come into our tabletop now. So start just by coming into some free form circles. So just moving in a way that feels good for you. And then come back to center. As we move through our cat-cow, we're going to breathe out through the mouth on the out breath though. I want you to really tap into this feeling of like letting it all go. So anything you've been holding onto in the body, any tension, any stress, we're going to breathe out through the mouth. Inhale, lift the head, lift the tail. Exhale, let it go. Inhale as you rise. Let it go. Inhale. And exhale. Gently release. Take the knees nice and wide as we come down to our child's pose. You might like to rest the head on the hands. You might like to rest the arms out in front. Any way that is most comfortable for you so that you can completely soften the body here. Start to slowly come back up now. Once again, coming to take a seat. I want you to bring the hands in front of you here. So elbows pressing, hands pressing. And then as you inhale, take the elbows wide, open up through the heart. And as you exhale, the right arm's going to come underneath the left. We're going to wrap, find our eagle arms. Fingertips point towards the ceiling, lift up a touch. And then exhale, drop the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, open it wide. Opposite arm crosses, left arm under, reach, fingertips high, shoulders heavy. Reach the arms out wide. Take one arm and reach it down the back. The other one is going to find the elbow and gently draw it down the back. So getting a really nice stretch through the shoulders. If you can interlace the other hand behind, find the fingertips, but you don't have to. You can stay with the elbow if you need. Keep breathing deeply into the lower belly. Inhale the arms wide. Left arm reaches down the back. Aid the elbow with the hand. And then find the fingertips. Take the arms wide, bring the hands onto the heart, and just notice how the heart is feeling today. If there are any negative emotions that are sitting in this space, I want you to breathe into them. Maybe some anxiety, maybe some fear. Whatever's sitting there today, whatever is true for you, gather them in the hands. And then take them wide in the hands with fists. And then I want you to flick the hands. You're flicking that energy away from the body. Bring the hands back to heart. Notice any negative emotions that you're feeling in this space. This time I want you to gather them up, squeeze the fist tight, and you squeeze the rest of the body tight as well. So the face, the shoulders, the legs, the arms, everything, gathering it up in the body. Big breath in, everything's tight, and then take the arms wide. Imagine you're flicking it away. Let everything be soft. As you come back into the body a little bit softer, hopefully. I'm going to do that one more time. So bringing awareness to the heart space, how we're feeling. When you're ready to make fists with the hands, start to engage all the muscles. Tighten, like you're bringing that negative emotion into the tensed muscles. And then take the arms wide and flick it away on the exhale. And let yourself soften. And bring the hands to heart. Beautiful. Hopefully that's brought a little bit of lightness to the body. We're going to move into our legs up the wall pose now. So whenever you're ready, I want you to position yourself so that your hip is right up the wall, or one buttock is right up the wall, because this is going to be the easiest way to then roll yourself, as long as you don't have a microphone to jump over, up the wall so that your bottom is right up against the wall. Of course, if you're not quite there, you can shuffle yourself up so that you're all the way up. I just want you to draw the toes back towards you so that the legs stay nice and active. Essentially, we're encouraging the blood flow to move in this direction. So bring the hands onto the low belly. Full deep breaths into that low belly. So while you're in this position, you might like to connect in with a visualization of the womb space as an abundant, vibrant, thriving place. Or perhaps you'd prefer to connect with an affirmation. My body is healthy and happy, and I'm ready to conceive. Choose which feels right for you today. And then when you're ready to, just gently release the knees into the chest for a moment. And start to slowly bring ourselves back down from the wall, rolling to one side to lie all the way down on our backs. So you might like to bring the bolster or some cushions underneath your knees. I like to do this because it feels more supportive on my low back. But really the position that you find now is entirely up to you. Just make sure that you're comfortable. Allow your breathing to find its own rhythm. Soften the head into the floor, the shoulders and arms, the upper and mid back rest into the floor, the hips, buttocks, soft. The thighs and lower legs are relaxed, all the way down to the feet. I want you to bring an awareness back to the womb space, imagining this place of vibrant energy, of warmth and of life. And I want you to feel that connection from womb to heart, perhaps coming back to that visualization, breathing into the belly, breathing to heart, and then exhaling from heart, exhaling from belly. Let yourself stay in this state of rest, letting your body prepare for what's to come, letting your body direct its energy to the womb space through the intention of your mind and heart, but also through the breath that tells your body, I am safe, I am healthy, and it is safe to create. When you're ready, start to wake yourself up by stretching the body long. Maybe you don't want to wake up like me. This has been too nice. And then when you're ready, slowly roll to one side. And coming up to have a seat. This can be the most anxious time of the cycle. It can also be the time in the cycle where you avoid coming to your mat the most because it might feel painful to sit in some of those emotions. So thank you for coming to your mat today, for choosing to be present for yourself and for all that's going on within you and without you. It's always an honor to share these practices with you, and I hope that they have helped to find a little sense of calm in the chaos today. Namaste.